Welcome to Loop Sessions LA. My name is Schmings, Loop Sessions co-founder. And for some of you, this may be the very first time that you hear about Loop Sessions, so you might be wondering, well, what is Loop Sessions? Loop Sessions is essentially a sample flip challenge, but it's not any old sample flip challenge. It's, for starters, not a competition. It's community-based. And we're all winners in this one. You know what I mean? The way that it works, got a lot of people in the building. And I guess I'll start by giving you guys a rundown of the history. Loop Sessions originally comes from the galaxy of Sao Paulo, Brazil. I want to shout out the originators of this concept, Beat Brazilis, and my partner, co-founder, Dr. Mad and Lou Pienza, who originally encountered this back in 2016 and brought it back to Montreal, where we started the first Loop Sessions chapter, and we've since expanded to over 20 cities, including Toronto, Vancouver, Paris, Brussels, Buenos Aires, the DMV, Namibia in Africa, and now we finally touched down here on the West Coast in LA. And we decided to do this right, to bring on a real OG, somebody that will never be denied by anybody who's in the know when it comes to this beat game. None other than the incomparable DiBiase. DB, come up. Come talk to the people then. As DB makes his way, I want to give a big shout out to Serato and the team here at Serato, Los Angeles, Cut Corners, Sonny James, for allowing us to come through and bless it. And first and foremost, DB, thank you for coming through and blessing the folks. As I've said before, this is a full circle moment for me because back in Montreal, I'm 1/3 of the Artbeat Montreal machine. And back in 2011, you came down to Montreal and delivered a performance for the ages, one that single-handedly cemented the beat-making community out there.
Wow.
So first and foremost, thank you.
Nah, thank you, man. That was like I think that was my first time getting my passport stamp going out there.
That was the first time you got flued out?
Yeah.
Shit.
Yeah, man. That was an experience, man. So
Well, the one thing for certain is that you're definitely a man of experience. You've been in this game for years, but I want to take it all the way back to the very beginning. What is your first musical memory?
First musical memory. Probably my grandfather's records. He had jazz records, and my uncle, they had soul records, and my grandfather was into Count Basie, so he had a lot of his records, and Duke Ellington. So and there was a turntable in our room when I would stay, so I would just see the records. So as I got older, I just started skimming through them records and just gravitating to certain things. And years later, it was like stuff that Pete Rock sampled or Ninth, Dilla. And I was like, oh, I recognize this. Then once I got a sampler in '94, those were some of the first records I was going to loop up. So yeah.
We'll get into '94 in just a second. You mentioned you out the gate. You mentioned jazz music, Count Basie, Pete Rock, Ninth Wonder, Jay Dilla. Name some other early influences that inspired you to pick up the machines.
Preem, of course. Early RZA, Beat Miners. A lot of the LA underground, like from Project Blow, like Satchel Paige from the Knots. Just a lot of production on that first Project Blow compilation was a heavy influence. Global Flotation, Davius Beck. He went by Ad-Lib at the time. And early LP Company Flow stuff, that Fun Crusher Plus album. It's all over the place, man. Like a lot of East Coast, West Coast, experimental stuff.
And what about that made you say I want to do it myself?
Actually, it wasn't even producers that made me want to start making beats. It was going to this club called Unity and seeing the dancers in the circle dancing.
Very important.
So they was dancing to it was like this club in downtown. It was a restaurant actually, but they would bring out Gangstar, Wu-Tang, J. Rule, all the heads. But inside the club, it would be dance circles. It'd be like 5 or 6 dance circles, and it'd be crews battling. So I'm like, man, I want to get my beats to sound good enough where cats would dance to it like that. So like a lot of times I would watch dance documentaries with the volume down while I was making beats and just acting like they was dancing to it. Sometimes it would lock on and sync up, but so I just understand movement and just how a dancer, from a dancer's perspective, when I would make beats, like they would probably react to certain hi-hats or just certain breakdowns in the beat. So it's like, yeah.
These are jewels right there. Streets need to know, does DiBiase have the moves on the dance floor?
Oh, no. My knees is I got the Derrick Rose.
Yeah,
well,
you're not going to get into a Chris Brown dance-off anytime soon, huh?
Nah.
Okay. So, take us back to 94. How did you start making beats? How did you make your first beats?
My boy Ant, he must have ditched school and went to this music equipment store in downtown, and because we knew some cat in our classroom that had some samplers, so we were picking cat's brains. So like my boy Ant said he was gonna go on a mission and get this sampler, and he must have did school that day, and he must have came back like 6th period, and like in high school they used to call me Scott, cause Scottie Pippen was my favorite player. So I hear somebody, yo Scott, like in the door, like in my 6th period class, and he snuck in the class and he had a duffel bag, and he was like, Scott, you ain't gonna believe what I just got, dog. And then I look inside the duffel bag, and it was the sampler. It was like a rack mount sampler. So I'm like, oh, man, I'm going to your crib every day after school, dog. So pretty much was going to his crib every day, just looping up like stuff from the radio station. I was sampling live from the radio station and just on the jazz channel and just catching loops or sampling from cassette and just making beats like that until I got a turntable and then got a drum machine eventually, and just kept compiling, and then got the MPC in 97. But yeah.
Which one, the 2000?
The 2000. I probably would have got it earlier, but a few of the studios I was going to, they was MIDI-ing the MPC to a keyboard. So I was thinking the MPC for 2 years only had the synthesized keyboard sounds in it. So I was looking for something that could chop samples. So I didn't even know it could chop like that until I went to this other cat studio that had like the turntables and vinyl, and I saw him chopping records. So I'm like, oh shit, this the shit Primo using, or all the cats. So after that, maybe a few months later, my grandmother, she opened up the Guitar Center account, and I just made payments on it. Yeah.
What was the first piece of gear that you actually ended up getting for yourself?
Well, shit, the homie, he gave me the
He gave you the rack mount?
yeah.
Okay.
yeah, he gave me that, and then I just bought like a Dr. Rhythm drum machine, but that was kind of corny from the pawn shop down the street from his crib. Then a Roland R8, and got that. Then I was using that with a 4 track, but the first heavy duty thing was the MPC.
Unlike the average producer that tends to stick to one method, one tool to make beats, you've been known to make beats using just about anything. Where does that come from?
Man, just starting off with that simple setup with the Dr. Rhythm and the 8-second sampler, just wishing I had equipment and just maximizing that, and just that was the challenge, just trying to maximize whatever I could get my hands on at the time. And yeah, so after a point it got to a point where it's like, let me see if I can make a beat on the PSP, and it's just a little challenge, man.
I'm glad you bring up the PSP because among your many influences, one that's crystal clear to anybody who even pays surface attention is video games. Where did that come from? How did you make the link between video games and beats?
Shit, I used to play them a lot, and just I would gravitate to certain songs while I was playing, just like listening to the records early. Just certain melodies stuck to my.
Do you remember any games in particular that had video game music that caught your attention, that inspired you?
Oh yeah, just pretty much everything that was on bonus levels, like the Friday the 13th, the Zelda, of course, the Metroid.
I
Mario
heard at
Brothers.
least one Shinobi sample.
Oh yeah, yeah, the Sega Genesis.
Were you a Sega man or a Nintendo man?
I was both at a point, but
Good answer.
Genesis but Nintendo set it off for me, man.
You started a lot of trends in the beat making game. Among other things, you're responsible for setting off the pocket operator trend. And one of the things that is very distinct to you is the fact that you'll do these like gear combos, like you'll daisy chain several different machines. Tell us about some of your favorite combinations and how you first came with the idea to start making them form like Voltron.
Oh man, that's the saying, the Voltron saying. But yeah, it's just like it's more powerful with a combination. You hit a cat with a 1-2 instead of just a predictable jab with one hand. It's like I feel like with the pocket operator, since it doesn't have compression, the SP has compression in effect. So when I combine them together, it's like you wouldn't even know that it was from a pocket operator if I didn't tell you. So it's like yeah, you could pretty much chain up anything together, just routing stuff. I started off like that, routing Walkmans to the sampler, sampling into a Walkman, recording stuff to the Walkman, sample it. So that kind of taught me how to chain stuff. And then I just applied that to way better equipment, man.
So you're in the game. You're making beats. Did you have like a major placement that introduced you to the game?
Nah, no placements like that. Like I worked with a lot of people before they was like really popping. They started off popping, like, so it's like I could kind of sense like they had talent before other people noticed. So it's like that's pretty much it. But like songs with Guilty, MED, Black Milk, Blue, it's just MC shit, but nothing on a major label or nothing.
So how did the Alpha Pup connection occur?
Oh, just being a regular at low end. Since Daddy Kev, he's a part of Alpha Pup, and he was doing the low end theory. It was just, yeah, he approached me like, 2009, and then yeah, that was like my debut album. The Machines Hate Me. So yeah, that was like before that I was just doing stuff on like labels overseas, like Jazzy Sport, All City, Fat City, but not like a full length album, just like little 10-inch records and like an EP. But yeah.
Low end theory is very important, but for those who might not be in the know, can you briefly walk them through what low end theory was and what it came to mean to people in the beat making game?
Oh man, low end. That was every Wednesday night. That was pretty much the church for beat heads, man. Everybody congregate out there, and we'll be on the patio, chiefing sometimes, and it was just it was a certain vibe in '08 where it was just like you would hear unreleased stuff from Flylo to Sam to pretty much everybody before it really started popping. And then it got to a point where you had celebrities coming. And then that's when the line was around the corner, and it's crazy. It was a crazy time, but it was a magical time when it first started, because they would have the producer they have like a producer like invitational, beat invitational. So it'll be like 15 people. They'll play like 3 beats each. So it'll be like a night where Flylo, me, Sam, Musina, she was in town one time from DC. Man, it was a crazy night. And then yeah, it was just, you feel like you want to go home and cook like it after you leave there at 2 in the morning. So it was a good vibe, man.
You've been in this game for so long, and it's beautiful to see now your daughter is starting to get her feet wet in the music game. So as your daughter Jax is beginning to take her first steps musically, what's a piece of advice you give to parents of a musically gifted child?
Oh man, just, you don't have to force them. You know, if they gravitate to it, easy. Just have it accessible to them where they can just dabble around on stuff. Like with like my nephew Low Key that's here today. I did the same thing with him. He would just be in the room, and I had the MPC on, and I just have him. He would just tap pads, and I would record. It was like he was like 2 or 3, and I was just recording it, just letting him get comfortable. And every time he would come in the room, do that every time. But so I just do the same thing with Jax. And yeah, she gravitating to it as well.
I can't wait to hear what our beat makers have cooked up for us here today. We got an amazing lineup that we're gonna get familiar with in just a moment. But before we do, there are a couple of things that I wanted to check in with you first, DB. First, I wanted to go over a session with you, break down some of that work, give the people a couple of jewels that they could take home.
Oh, word.
And marinate on. What do you
Serato.
got prepared for us today?
Hold on. Let's see if it's. Hold on. All right. So. Okay.
So tell us
Alright.
about this session. What is this?
I believe this was one of the sample challenges. This was
So this is a DB flip session joint.
Yeah, this is
Tell the people about DB flip challenges. What how did those come about? And tell us about the community that has gravitated towards you and are turning in these bangers on the regular.
Oh man. Basically I was doing like sample challenges on Twitter every once in a while, and just like it would get a lot of traffic. And on Twitter, but I
Your
wouldn't.
microwave beats, right?
Yeah, yeah. So it would be quite a bit of people submitting it, but it wasn't like organized like I would post it on SoundCloud at the time. But I would retweet them and just you know encourage cats, give some critique on it, and then yeah. So I did like maybe 4 or 5 of them, but it wasn't like every week or nothing. But like I got hit up with the opportunity to do Serato Kitchen. I had did it already before, but I got hit up again to do a residency for like 2 months. So instead of doing it like regular how I did it before, I wanted to add the sample challenge. So I decided to have like each guest that I pick, they'll pick a sample for the next person for the following week, and then so on and so on, so we can hear the different guests how they would select samples, and I will post it up each week, and then I have it open for the public as well to flip, as well as my guests to flip on that Tuesday on the Serato Kitchen episode. So each week I do it. It started off with like 50 submissions, then it went to 80 to like 160 the third week, and then it's like 100. And so I'll play everybody's submission on my Twitch account, so it'll be like 4 hours, and I'll make sure everybody get they
They join off.
yeah, exactly. Cause
Those are straight basketball numbers. I mean,
they come in
joints,
with quality, so
yeah.
it's like on an episode with Serato Kitchen it's 2 hours. So the guests they'll cook their beats up, and then they might play like a few of their favorites throughout the week. So, but I'll let them know that come the next day or two, I'll play all of them in its entirety. Okay. And yeah, it's been doing good.
Okay. So play us a snippet of this joint that you got prepared for us, and then walk us through it, and give us some of your pro tips.
All right, let's see what this is. Who gave this sample? Was this Telly? This is oh yeah, that's low. Yes, low key picked this. My nephew picked that one. So just a quick vibe. Get my low pass, my beat miners.
That's very beat miners, Pete Rock things right there.
Beat miners, yeah. Yes. So I just I had a lot of variation. I had a lot of variations of chops, so I'll open up Serato Sample as a plugin, so I can have more chops to work with.
Okay.
Instead of having 8 chops, I had the option of using 32 chops.
Okay.
And yeah, that sample was gold. It was a lot of stuff going on. So yeah, and then for my drums, I think I used the drum. Wait, did I use the drum track? No. I think I resampled actually. So I played like a drum pattern, and then I recorded it into a audio track. And then after I played it in the audio track and recorded it, I dragged that recording into a sampler, and then I was able to chop it up like a break because I have the option of having a kick with a hi-hat on the tail. So
the drums that you chose here specifically, you took a break and you chopped it. Okay.
this is a Kel-C drum loop, actually. Kel-C, Sloppy Drums.
Okay.
Shout out to him.
Big shouts.
But I like to get a kick with a hi-hat and then a snare. I'm trying to see where the snare is at. Snare, hi-hat. See, it has like a swing because the hi-hat is on the tail of the snare. So, and then if I want to add some more ghost kicks underneath that, that's how I get my swing. But yeah, but sometimes I'll play like a drum break and resample it. Well, not even a drum break, just a drum pattern and do the same thing. Chop it up like a break. And then I feel like I get more swing that way instead of just playing it.
As opposed to playing out the hi-hats. If you have the hi-hat
Separate.
tailing it,
Yeah.
it gives you a natural swing that you might not get with a quantized hi-hat.
Not even quantized, just it's just I don't know, it's like because the kick and the snare is separate, so you get it just have its own natural swing how you're playing it, and then the hi-hat has a swing because it's kind of following the kick and the snare. And then if I need to add an extra hi-hat or like a hi-hat loop, it gives it that tension, and then it's bouncing. Yeah, but I'll play this next one. This is from the same sample from the DB Flip Session 3. This one, the up-tempo joint.
I'll make sure to go and run up those DB Flip Sessions joints. Where could they find them? On SoundCloud?
Yeah. On my... I think I might have ran this through the SP so it don't have a compression on it. Yeah, so I didn't do...
It's real jiggy. It's like some sloppy house.
Yeah, broken beat type vibes. Yeah, nah, I just... With Serato Studio, it's just easy to make the, like house beats or even footwork because you got the grid bass, and then I'm just setting the swing percentage, different percentages. So I might have like the hi-hats on one deck, and I have a swing percentage of like 14, so it's like kind of delaying stuff. Then I'll have some kicks here with another swing percentage because it's kind of just, the swing just like kind of shifts things back. But that's when I'm working in the drum tracks since it's grid based. But like if I put drums in a sampler, like I can actually nudge stuff off the grid when it's in the sampler. So this is like a drum track. So I have to use the swing percentage so it nudges stuff. So you just experiment it with it, and you'll find like the delay for it. But it wasn't nothing too crazy about that one. Then I'll play a few more. Maybe this is a video game beat, maybe.
Okay. Well, that's the thing about Serato Studio, isn't it? Is that it's so intuitively laid out. It makes you want to go and toy with it and experiment and see what kind of beautiful mistake you can make. You know?
Oh yeah, no, it's definitely user friendly. This is a skeleton. I think it's a rough draft. I don't think I even. I didn't even structure this beat out, so it's like a work in progress. So I just got different scenes, and then I could just drag it. So it's just a quick. Then I just build it out. But I don't know why I didn't finish it. I think I was working on this on Instagram Live, and then yeah.
Still, it's a moment. Still, you know.
Yeah.
You are the inaugural curator for Loop Sessions LA, and again, for those who might not be familiar with what Loop Sessions is, this is what today's beat makers did with DiBiase's selection. We put them on the clock. You have 5 minutes to go over the record that was selected. What record did you choose for us today, DB?
Ahmad Jamal, 73.
Why did you go with that joint?
I always liked the Ahmad Jamal records, but one of my favorite Ahmad Jamal records was Jamaica. And then this record, I couldn't find it. My friend had this record, and I think I might have sampled something from it at his house before, but I could never find it. And this record right here. So the beat that I made on it was supposed to go on a compilation back in the day. It was called Sounds of L.A. Part 2.
Okay.
They had a volume 1, and they didn't put out the second volume of that album, but they bought the beat and all that. So that would have been the first vinyl I was ever on. So that's kind of my connection to this record. But when I saw this at the record store, like maybe a few weeks ago, I was like, yeah, I need to snatch this up. So I just grabbed it up and
a little piece of history, a little piece of DiBiase lore. So we're gonna set it off with your joint first. So let me go ahead and. I mean, we got you here now, so we might as well do this the right way.
Mine was in the SP
Oh,
actually,
your
but
joint's in the SP?
yeah, let me just go last, man.
All right,
I
all right,
don't
all
want to
right,
be
all right.
embarrassed.
All right. Now, listen, it's perfectly justifiable. My man's he's got to
it was
load it and
struggle.
track it
It was
out. You know what I
struggle
mean?
fest, man.
Oh
It
man.
was struggle fest.
I mean, listen, you're chopping it up on that new 404 Mark II. It can't be that struggly.
Yeah, man.
All right, man.
I want to hear. I just want to hear the flips.
I want to hear everybody's joints, but I especially want to hear your joints. So we will save the best for last, DB. But before we go ahead and hear what our Loop Sessions LA participants have prepared for us here today, do you have any last words? Anything that you want to share to the people tuning in?
Oh man, this is a cool thing. I'm glad people are tuning in and participating. Like every week with the flips and all the people that hit me up about doing this loop session as well. And hopefully they get on the next ones. And like this is a good thing for the culture, man. Like a lot of people excited. Like they like these challenges and it keeps everybody's skills sharp. Like even though, things is not completely normal and stuff, it's like this is a cool way for people to build with each other. And it's like I'm familiar with a lot of people from these challenges, and it's good seeing cats in person, some of them for the first time, and some old heads I known for years. And yeah,
I'm glad that you bring it up because it's true that we're on the tail end of this pandemic finally, but we're not out the woods just yet. And the sample flip challenges all over the internet, just like the beat making community. I think that things like DB flip sessions, like loop sessions, like smack pack challenges with ski beats, and
house
there's
shoes.
shoes has its challenges. There's room for everybody to coexist. There's room for everybody to build and share and grow together. And in times of duress, I think that music has kept a lot of us sane. And I'm proud to stand shoulder to shoulder with the likes of you, DB. Thank you again for coming through. I can't wait to hear your joint. Everybody make some noise for DB Yossi one time.
Oh man. Oh man.
Exactly. You can't fake that kind of love. That's that real deal Holyfield.
Man.
All right. So we're going to go ahead and set it off. DB, we're going to see you again at the end of this here so that you could play us your joint.
All right, man. I won't hold you, dog. I won't hold you.
Don't play coy with us, D. I know you got something in the tuck, pal si acaso. Stop it. All right. I'm going to call up as our first beat presenter of the night, Chad. Chad, come on up, Chad. Make some noise for Chad. Come over here. Hold on. All right. This is a little here. You might want to use this. This right here. Come on over to the other side. Chad, grab the microphone. We're gonna talk for a second.
Okay, cool.
As we alternate here, I do want to make sure that everybody knows how much we appreciate you all for coming out here. All of y'all who came out to do this inaugural Loop Sessions LA. This is history. This is like the hook for Loop Sessions is beats worldwide. And while we've gone around the world, it feels like we finally made it home by having a chapter here in Los Angeles. And it's thanks to y'all that we have a chance at actually making it cemented and official. Grab the mic, Chad. I wanna shoot the gift with you real quick. First of all, how do you pronounce your artist name?
Franz Mesmer.
Franz Mesmer.
Yeah, it's a dumb name.
It's not. I guess that you're saying that it's mesmerizing.
It was a random choice.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, what did you think of DB's selection today?
It's a great record. I kind of fumbled when I was recording. I got it all from one track, so there's that. I didn't know the next track was really good, so
Okay.
yeah.
That's the thing about the 5-minute timer is that you might just get sucked in, and before you know it, 3 minutes have gone by, and now you have 90 seconds left to go over both sides of the record.
I used like 20% of it, 10% of it maybe.
Okay.
Yeah.
So what did you end up doing with that piece that you got?
I don't know. We'll see. Should I just play it?
You know what? Before you play it, is there anything that you wanted to share or plug or promote to the people?
No, not really. I mean, just I'm on Instagram, I guess,
Okay.
and SoundCloud.
Yeah. And this joint is going to be on the Loop Sessions LA playlist that you're going to be able to find on soundcloud.com/loop_sessions. So let's go ahead and play it.
Okay. Hopefully the volume's good.
Yeah, run it up.
Oh. Okay, so I guess we got. Okay, there we go.
Check it out. Check this out. Let your blues up. Go. I said it. Go. Twist. Let the blues up. Go. I said it. Go. Let your blues up. Go. I said it. Go. Twist. No blues up. Go. I said it. Go. Twist. Let your blues up. Twist. He threw this beat on.
Jeez. Franz Mesmer
Thanks, guys.
setting it off.
Thanks, guys.
Shouts to you. Thank you for coming through and participating, man.
Yeah, this was fun.
Word
Have
up.
fun.
Let's go. Let's keep it pushing here. So, up next is going to be Naj Head. Yeah. Y'all give it up for Naj Head. Come on up, Naj. As Naj gingerly gets up. Naj is working with the MPC Live too. Let's make sure that it's all in one piece. Come on over. All right. Grab the mic, Naj. We're gonna chop it up a little bit before we play the joint.
For sure.
The microphone's right there to the left. Yeah. All right. So first of all, introduce yourself. Who are you?
Yes, I go by the name of Naja Head. Some people back in the day used to refer to me as NA or no alias, but I switched it up like around almost a couple of years ago, kind of just to bring myself, like reintroduce myself, you know what I'm saying?
Okay. Allow me to reintroduce myself. So, what did you think of DB's selection and what did you end up doing with it?
Yo, so there was the Mod Jamal joint, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, very dope record, you know what I'm saying? Like, just, you hear the familiar samples like kind of all throughout, but then it's like you can still take it and like make it into like however you see it. You know what I'm saying? Just like, the last joint that we just played, like that was, that was crazy.
And before we go ahead and play your joint, Nod Your Head, is there anything that you wanted to plug, promote, or share with the people?
Oh, absolutely. So I am on Twitter at Naj_ahead. And I'm at Instagram at Najahead, just straight through. And my Bandcamp page is Najahead, NAJAHEAD.bandcamp.com. I got a ton of joints on there, and you know what I'm saying? Like, check me out if you like something. I got some free joints up on there too, name your price. So,
Okay.
you know what I'm saying? It's all love. It's much appreciated.
All right, let's go ahead and peep this love right here. What you got for us?
All right, for sure.
Yeah, bring the wires in. Okay, you could just aux in.
That's what's up. Man. All right. Let's see what we got here. Not even. All right, here we go.
Give it up for Nod Your Head. Man who wears his name right. That's true indeed. So up next here on the inaugural Loop Sessions Los Angeles, calling up Wunter. Wunter, come on through, man. Let's go ahead. Yeah, plug in, aux in, and grab the mic. We're going to chop it up real quick. So first of all, introduce yourself to the people.
How's it going? I'm Wunter. I'm hailing from Pico Rivera near East Los Angeles.
So what did you make of DB Selection today, and what did you end up doing with it?
We had a little random, like, I just did little random parts and I just got the parts and just mashed them all together, bro, honestly.
Okay. All right. I can't wait to hear it already. So before we go ahead and run it up, anything that you wanted to share with the folks?
You guys can follow me on Instagram, Wunter, WUNTHR. Twitter, the same thing. And yeah,
Nice.
I'm just honored to play this stuff in front of you, honestly.
Say less. Let's go ahead and play it up then.
It's all about how you
R.I.P. Raz G.
How do you work? How does your heart beat? How does it translate to you? dream, I have a vision. I just keep going according to that vision and thought and feeling that I have, that intuition, that's got me to the place that I am right now.
Jeez. One third.
I made the drums on the pocket operator.
True, PO boys. One third has a sound pack for that ass. By the way, y'all find.
Yeah,
them.
I got a drum kit I made myself. If you guys wanted, send me an email. You guys can scope it out.
Hit
It's
that
awesome.
man up.
We need
and,
some new sounds.
Yeah, exactly.
Everyone needs new sounds. honestly.
Add some more heat to the arsenal. You know what I mean?
Exactly. Thank you
One
for
Third.
having me, bro.
Thank you for pulling up, man. Y'all show some love. Y'all make some noise again for One Third. Up next on Loop Sessions LA, calling up Shonen Ultra. Come on up, Shonen. Show some love to Shonen Ultra. People watching the broadcast don't know this, but Shonen pulled up with the whole 49 key setup. Like, my man did not come here to play. Ox in, Shonen, and then grab that mic. Let's go ahead and chop it up real quick. So, first and foremost, introduce yourself.
Hello, I'm Shonen Ultra. I'm from San Fernando Valley, Los Angeles. I live here my whole life, and I've been making beats for like 5-6 years now.
Okay. And so, what did you think of DB's selection this go around, and what did you end up doing with it?
Honestly, like I came in, I'm a fan of the record, 73 Ahmad Jamal. So I came in and I saw the record, and I just thought Rhodes, like I'm gonna get some good Rhodes sounds. I'm gonna get some smooth sounds. And I just went through it. I was on a side B, and I picked out one of the joints with just like some Rhodes and some vocals. And I chopped the Rhodes and the vocals separately and kind of layered them together to make like I guess different textures on the record. But yeah, I'm pretty happy with what I came up with.
All right, can't wait to hear that. Before you go ahead and run that up for us, is there anything that you want to share, plug, promote to the people?
I'm on social media, Twitter, Instagram at Shonen Ultra, SHONEN Ultra, and I just dropped my first beat tape actually earlier this year. It's called Night on Earth, and that's on Spotify, YouTube, and just anywhere you get your music. So if you want, go check that out.
All right, before you go check that out, let's go ahead and check this out. What do you got for us? Give it up, give it up, give it up. Shonen Ultra. Sheesh. That was tough, Shonen. That was real tough. Thank you for pulling up, man. Thank you for coming through at the inaugural Loop Sessions, Los Angeles. All right. Up next, Upendo Moore. Calling up Upendo Moore. Come on through. Y'all make some noise for Upendo Moore one time, huh? All right, Oxen, Upendo, and we'll go ahead and chop it up with you. And as Upendo sets up, do remember that all joints that you will hear tonight will be available on the playlist. It will be out tomorrow on soundcloud.com/loop_sessions. So let's go ahead and get into this right quick. First of all, introduce yourself. Who are you?
Peace. Peace, everybody. My name is Upendu Moore. I'm from Seattle, Washington. You can just call me Upi. That's what my family calls me. Yeah, I'm honored to be here today amongst a lot of great producers. The energy in here is crazy. Y'all might be able to sense it through the camera, but
Something special about being in the
especially
room
we all were
with
nodding
your
in
fellow
synchronization
craft.
with
You
our
know what I
headphones
mean?
on for like 20 minutes. I don't know if anybody noticed, but I caught everybody was on like the same tempo for a little bit.
What is it, like 93 BPM, something
Yeah,
like that?
right, man.
Yeah, something like that. What did you think of the selection? What'd you end up doing with it?
Man, well, this is one of my favorite Ahmad Jamal records. Again, like you said, Ahmad Jamal 73. I happened to flip Soul Girl like 3-4 years ago. It's just one of my like all-time favorite cuts. So I was excited as soon as I seen it to kind of challenge myself to try to go through, you feel me, and hear some things I hadn't really heard in the record before. Because you really only need a good 5-7 seconds of a loop or whatever it is that catches the individual ear, you know what I'm saying, to make something. But yeah, I started off making kind of like 3 separate variations of the same track with the same drums and different parts of the sample, and then my shit crashed. So even though I saved it, backed it up, did everything, like the files didn't come through. So nah, it wasn't Serato. It was not Serato.
We will spare the company, which shall remain nameless.
Yeah, shall remain nameless. But essentially, I was able to just kind of regroup, tackle the sample again, and make 3 different beats this time. So
That's the spirit.
I told the bros over there, I was like, I had like 3, I didn't know what to do. They was like, just try to put it into 1. So
That's a life philosophy. If you lose 1, go and get 3.
yeah, okay.
So Upendo, before we go ahead and play that, anything that you wanted to plug, promote, or share with the people?
You can go ahead, follow me on Instagram, upe.22. All my streaming platforms and all that. Wherever you want to listen to music, it's just my name, Upendu Moore, UPENDO MOORE.
On all your favorite DSPs, wherever fine music is sold. All right, let's go ahead and play that. Loop Sessions, Los Angeles. This is Upendo Moore.
Oh, we got sound? Hold
I don't want to rock with bomber block me. Come on. I murder people for fun. Murder on a bomber block for fun.
Now, for the first time ever, the fire and brilliance of flawless diamonds are captured.
That's about it. I mean,
Give it up. Upendo Moore, 3 shots to your Bambaras.
blah, blah, blah. I actually lied. It was 4. I gave him the first one for free.
That's even better. That's even better.
I'm not gonna lie. It took me like mad long to find this damn.
Now, for the first time ever, the fire and brilliance of
the
Florida
diamond sample, because I was sitting over there and I was like trying not to let myself get stressed that I just lost like what I thought was the base of the whole thing I had done. And I just kept thinking like, pressure either busts pipes or makes diamonds. So I named the second one Diamonds.
Exactly. So you busted down on that one. Yeah, I mean,
I was gonna get y'all with the Jamaican accent.
exactly. No. That wasn't no Jamaican thing. That was Diamonds. You know, that's that bust down. Salute, man. Upendo Moore. Give it up for Upendo Moore. Up next here at Loop Sessions Los Angeles, calling up Tariq Elliott. Come on up, Tariq. Give it up for Tariq Elliott. As Tariq comes up to the platform, Oxen, grab that mic. Let's chop it up real quick. First and foremost, introduce yourself to the people.
My name is Tariq Elliott. I'm from Maryland. I've been out in LA for 4 years. Producer, musician, graphic designer, videographer, all that.
I'm glad that you pulled up because I saw when you hit us up that you were from Maryland, and we got a chapter out in the DMV.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, like we've been online. We're trying to like bring it into the real world as soon as like conditions will allow for it. But
Definitely.
tell us about your experience with the joint. What do you think of DB Selection, and what you end up doing with it?
So I made 2 joints. Ahmad Jamal is definitely like one of my favorite jazz musicians. I love music, and what's the other joint? Swahili Land. Two great pieces of music. So I already knew, like Shonen said, I'm gonna get some Rhodes on this joint. Chopped it up, made some heat.
Okay.
Ready to go.
Okay. So before we go ahead and play that for the folks, anything that you wanted to plug, promote, or share?
Follow me on all socials at Tariq Elliott, TAARIQELLIOTT.
I bet that. Let's go ahead and run it.
Number 2.
How you feel? You feel all right? Yeah!
That's it.
Give it up for Tariq Elliott.
That's it.
Shout out, man.
Appreciate it.
Thank you for coming through.
Oh, yeah, always. Thank y'all for having us up here, man. This is crazy. I feel like all of us use some form of Serato, like software, so it's always good to meet the people, that's putting the stuff out there for us. Appreciate y'all for real.
I mean, like, there's such a diversity of, like, styles and, like, equipment, but, like, one thing that you could tell is out the gate, like, you guys all really live this music thing. Like, you breathe this music thing, and you could tell in the work, man. So shouts to you one more again, man.
Appreciate y'all, man. Thank you.
Give it up for Tariq Elliott. Up next on Loop Sessions LA, calling up Vinny Cousins. Don't get it twisted, though. This ain't no Joe Pesci thing. This is the real deal Holyfield. No. Like a clown? Ain't no clowning around. Though. It's real serious. All right. Mike, you want to come and set up the SP? I was playing about the SP. Okay. So, okay, you're in. Grab that mic, Vin. Let's chop it up real quick. All right. First and foremost, introduce yourself to the people.
All right, peace, y'all. Vinny Cousins, man. Born and raised in Chicago, by way of Washington D.C.
All right, another DMV expat on the west side of things.
Sure.
Okay. So what did you think of DiBiase's selection? What'd you end up doing with it?
Man, like everybody else said, man, the Ahmad Jamal, the whole CD, the whole album, is most definitely a soulful joint, you know. I think I've sampled Soul Girl quite a few times, you know. So this time I'm just trying to switch it up. I did about 3 or 4 of them, little small joints, man.
Okay.
Yeah, for sure.
All right. So before we get into this brochure that you got for us, anything that you wanted to plug, promote, or share with the people?
Shout out to the Joe's crew, man. Joe's is a collective that we got in D.C. Beat makers down at Joe's Record Paradise. Shout out to my company, man, the VTG VSM, the Vintage Vandalism. Check me out on Instagram. I'm the Vintographer, pro photographer. Y'all know me, street photographer. What up? And that's about it, bro.
Send me a link to that DC collective, man.
Sure.
Let me plug them in with our Loop Sessions DMV people.
Absolutely.
All right, let's go ahead and run this up.
Vinny Cousins.
Was bumping rap bass, was too young to know about easy rap.
Oh yeah.
Vinny Cousins.
Jeez. Yeah. Y'all should see the reaction. The folks are losing it in this mug. Vinny Cousins holding it down for the DMV out here on the west side. The Vintographer. Make sure that you hit him up if you need some flicks or if you need some bangers. 4 snacks make a whole meal. Calling up next here at Loop Sessions LA, Telly McLean. Make some noise for Telly McLean. The SP Army is strong out here today. A lot of folks on the box. Make some noise, everybody who's geeked about that Mark II thing. Yeah, we appreciate that. We like gear out here. All right, Oxen, and grab that mic. Let's go ahead and do the 1-2 real quick. All right. So for the folks, first and foremost, introduce yourself.
What up, what up? My name is Telly McLean, coming out of Sacramento, California. Beat maker, producer. Just doing my thing.
True. Okay. And what did you think of DB's selection, and what did you end up doing with it?
Honestly, I'm not too. I mean, I haven't really sampled too much Jamal Jamal because it's like so classic in the hip hop. You know what I mean? I always find myself just finding samples, and I'm like, what? But I spent too much time on it. Honestly, I didn't even make it to the second side, but I got some good stuff. So
You got something for that ass, huh?
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah,
okay,
yeah,
okay.
nah.
So before we go ahead and run your joint, Telly, anything that you wanted to plug, promote, or share with the people?
Just follow me on social media at Telly McLean on Twitter and IG, TELLYMCLEAN. Follow me on Twitch also at Telly McLean 449 because I'll be doing live beat sets and all that stuff. So cooking up live.
I bet that. Let's go ahead and run it.
Oh man, do we have
You oxed in?
just need to get
You need the adapter?
yeah, please. Oh, thank you. Appreciate it. Thank you.
For future reference, anybody else who does that is going to get a fine.
Some short,
Make some
sweet,
noise
short, sweet.
for Telly McLean. That shit was hot. That shit was hot. Salute. Thank you for coming through. And we CDs. Yeah, we might after we make some CDs, we'll then make a time machine and go back to 2003, where we could do numbers with them compact discs. No, but we will have a playlist that you will be able to find on the Loop Sessions SoundCloud. And not only will you find the playlist for Loop Sessions LA, you will also find over 1,200 productions since we started doing these Loop Sessions in Montreal 5 years ago. That's that work right there. Calling up next here at Loop Sessions Los Angeles, Taki. Come on up, Taki. Yeah. A whole lot of gang shit going on. Let's go. Oxen, Taki, grab that mic. Let's chop it up real quick.
What's good? How y'all doing?
You in?
You gotta turn it down. I want to get fined.
Yeah, exactly. We gotta pay the bills somehow, man. We got a quota. All right. So first and foremost, introduce yourself. Yeah.
My name's Taki. I go by Taki. That's
how that works.
Yeah. So, how y'all doing? I'm blessed to be here. Appreciate the opportunity.
Well, we appreciate having you along with the rest of the crew here. So, what did you think of DiBiase's selection here today, and what did you end up doing with it?
Oh man, it's that's an amazing sample. I'm sure everybody agree. I try to make as much as I can, because I had so much ideas. I just want to lay it down. So I got like 3 beats. I'll play the first one that I didn't save. Let me save it real quick.
Before you go and play them here, while you go ahead and cue them up, was there anything that you wanted to plug, promote, or share with the people?
Oh yeah, follow me at TVKII on all social platforms. Yeah, and that's pretty much it.
And that's that about that. All right then.
Oh, I'm so sorry. What am I doing, y'all? What am I doing? Tuesday, we have Serato Kitchen, man. I'm cooking up, man. I'm cooking up Tuesday, 1 p.m. Don't miss it. What am I doing, man?
That's a word from our sponsor. You know, that's what they're there for. You know what I mean?
Right, man. Right. But
So
yeah.
give them a taste of what they're gonna hear on Tuesday.
Oh yeah, let's do it. So this one, I wanted to make something cool, man, something smooth to ride to. So here we go. We in there. Ready? Yeah.
Okay.
Let me get to this last one. Oh, my bad. That's the first one. Let me get to this next one. My bad, y'all. My bad.
Hey, listen, man, we're in LA. You save the apologies for the Canadians. You heard?
Oh. There you go.
I can say that because I'm one of them.
Let's get into it. Here we go.
That's two out of two.
I'm sorry.
Let's go. One more again. Let's go. 3 for 3. You're an honorary Canadian now. I'm gonna get your citizenship delivered in the mail along with a can of maple syrup.
Hey man, I don't know what this is about. There I go again.
Let's go.
Let's load this up.
Let's go, Trey up.
Yep. This is the last one, y'all. I'm gonna get out y'all head. I apologize. I'm sorry.
Give it up with the key, and make sure that you tune in on Tuesday, the 19th of October. He's going to be in Serato's kitchen whipping the water, whipping up the batch of that work. You know what I mean?
Yes, sir.
All right, let's keep it pushing here on Loop Sessions LA. Calling up next to the table, Wiley Cable. Wiley, come on up, man. Make some noise for Wiley Cable. Oxen, Wiley, grab that mic.
What's poppin'?
What's good? So you just got to aux in right there. And grab that mic.
Oh, I just created the Ahmad record.
Yeah, you got it. You got it.
Already messing up. What's
You're
cracking,
good.
yo?
You're good. You're good. You tell me, man.
I'm stoked to be here. Thanks, DB, for having us.
Yeah,
Everybody make some noise for DB one time.
Yeah.
The Don, the triple certified OG. He's just like, stop it.
Yeah,
Anyways,
we'll shower him with praise and flowers when he gets up here and he showcases for us. But right now it's about you, Wiley. First of all, introduce yourself to the people.
Okay, so I run Dome of Doom Records, and I have known DB for some time. Actually, I grew up in LA. I'm from here. And so I grew up going to Low End Theory as a kid. I snuck over the fence when I was 17 because I wasn't old enough to go yet. Ended up working with a bunch of them. Was lucky enough to put out some releases for DJ Nobody and a lot of the residents on my label some years back. And we just had our 10-year anniversary release recently. Did a party at 1720. I'm just rolling. We're on our release 103 now for Bleep Bloop that we just dropped today, actually.
Okay.
So yeah, that's my gig. Just an LA guy. Play beats. That's pretty much it, man.
All right. So what did you think of DB's selection this go around? What'd you end up doing with it?
Yo, I mean, I love this record. When I saw it, I didn't realize this was the gig until I got here. I read the email and everything. I was like, oh, the record's already picked. I mean, this thing is, as you said, has been ran through by the sample community. So, it was interesting. I was like, I'm just going to pick something that I like. I sampled Soul Girl, which has been sampled so many times with so many people in so many different ways. But it's kind of incredible because it gives validity to this whole thing that you can reinterpolate an idea as many ways as you want and always find a new idea in it, regardless of the time or the era or the person or whatever it is. This is like an infinite gold mine, just one record. 15 cats all found samples to flip just from this 100%. One joint.
And a lot of naysayers about sampling as an art form try to delegitimize the fact that you're taking something that already exists to make something of your own, but that's where the art lies. And like you said, a joint that's been flipped and bounced a million times over could still hit 1,000,001. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, there's always new ideas. It's just your creativity is your only real limitation in this universe.
True indeed. So before we go ahead and play what you got for us here, Wiley, anything that you wanted to plug, promote, or share with the people?
I mean, my name's Wiley Cable. I run Dome of Doom Records. You should look us up. We've put out music for tons of LA beat scene artists. You can find our stuff in record shops around the world. Buy music. Streaming is aight, but buy music.
Well, that is a real PSA.
That's what I want to plug.
That's a real PSA from our man Wiley Cable. Let's go ahead and run this up.
All right.
Y'all give it up for Wiley
Thanks,
Cable.
y'all.
Like a wily veteran indeed. That was fire. Yeah. as we wind down here on Loop Sessions Los Angeles. We got one more beat maker from our starting lineup, calling up Low Key. Low Key, come on up, step up to the stage. As Low Key goes and sets up here, I was in the cut when and DiBiase started showing me some family pictures, and one of them was a very, very young Low Key, and as I was interviewing DB, he brought up the fact that he initiated you to this beat making game at the tender age of 2 or 3 years old. So I can't wait to hear your side of that. Yeah. So let's start with the beginning. First and foremost, introduce yourself.
So yeah, my name is Low Key, based out of Watts. Grew up around DiBiase. He's my uncle, making beats, and it just so happened that I like to make beats as well. So
it just bees that way sometimes. So what did you think about Uncle DB's selection, and what'd you end up doing with it?
It's fun fact. I actually never flipped anything from here. I've seen it and heard about it, but I'm real picky with samples. I just like flip things that I gravitate towards and that I know I can make, some good music with. But, that didn't really scare me away. I made beats with ice cubes and sticks, so I should be able to get something out of here.
I think those are called popsicles.
Ice sticks. No, yeah. Check me out on YouTube at I'm Low Key, so IM LOWKEY. And check me out on Instagram at COR_DON_. That's it.
All right, let's go ahead and run this up then. Y'all make some noise for Low Key one time. Low Key, that was high key fire.
Thank you. Shout out to DiBiase once again, and shout out to Serato.
No doubt. Shouts to you for coming through once again, Low Key. Y'all, once again, give it up. Show love. So like DiBiase said at the top here, the bonus rounds is where it gets exciting musically. So we're now entering the bonus round. What you're about to hear next is beats by the Loop Sessions organizers. So we're going to start with my co-D from the Northwest. Give it up for my man, Mikey J. Blige, co-founder of Loop Sessions Vancouver.
Yo, what's good?
Oxen, let's chop it up one time. It's been a long time coming.
Very long time.
I've been waiting a long time for this.
Stoked to be out here with you, man.
No doubt, man. So first and foremost, for the uninitiated, introduce yourself. State your name, gangster.
My name is Mikey J. Blige, and I founded Loop Sessions Vancouver, the second Canadian chapter of Loop Sessions. And I've been doing it for 3.5 years. Really hyped to be down in LA. This is a dream.
This is a dream. We are living the dream indeed.
Yeah.
And it's a dream to be able to be in the room with the likes of a legend like DiBiase. So what did you think of DB Selection, and what did you end up doing with it?
DB Selection, I mean, when I first started making beats, all I wanted to do was just get some nice Rhodes. That was it. I was like, if I could find a Rhodes sample, like, it'd be game over. I'd be like the best beat maker ever as soon as I found those. I just didn't know where to find them, and it took until right now to find them. Finally found the Rhodes.
So you got some keys lined up for us. Before we go ahead and get into your joint, anything that you wanted to plug, promote, or share with the people?
I put a track out today with my project IMUR. So go and stream that. It's We Are IMUR everywhere on social media. And shout out to my NFT DJing crew, 24PX.
Mikey J. Blige not only lives on the West Coast, he lives in the future.
I live in the metaverse.
All right, let's run this
All right,
up.
let's go. Yeah, that's it.
Make some noise for Mikey J. Blige.
Thanks, man.
Holding it
Thank you.
get down for the Northwest. That was real mean, real tough.
Cheers.
Which is the opposite of what they say Canadians are, because they say that we're real nice and real soft. We're gonna call up another core member of this dream team connection between Loop Sessions and Serato. Calling up
Cuddy.
Cut Corners.
Cuddy.
A.K.A. Kid Cuddy. If he starts humming, we just might all lose our collective shit. Cuddy, where you at? All right, he's coming. Let's go. Oh, yeah, good stuff.
What up?
All right. Oxen.
I'm here.
All right. So, for the uninitiated, introduce yourself.
What up? My name is Matt, aka Cut Corners. I work for Serato, and I'm from Vancouver, like Mikey J. Blige. And I work here in LA sometimes, which is a real honor and a real pleasure to work with people like DiBiase, like yourself, Mr. Sonny James, of course, on the boards. Give it up to Mr. Sonny James.
Sonny working extra hard overtime to make sure that this stream goes off without a hitch. There's a saying, they say, to the victor goes the spoils, but to God goes all the glory. The glory goes to you for this event here, because if it wasn't for you, Cut Corners, this connection would not have happened. And so I personally want to thank you for taking a chance on us and allowing us to bring this Loop Sessions thing to the West Side. Thank you.
Well, thank you very much. It's my pleasure, honestly, and it's really great. People have been talking about the energy in the room, and that's what it's all for. Like this creative community. It's constant inspiration. It's why we do it. We don't get paid most of the time, or some of the time we do, some of the time we don't. But that inspiration, that feeling is priceless, man. That's what
I've been running on that as fuel for 5 years now, doing this Loop Sessions thing. But tell us about your joint. What did you think of DB Selection? What did you end up doing with it?
Ahmad Jamal is like my favorite piano player, keyboard player. I mean, well, Herbie's up there too. I can't say
You're not gonna
without
front on Herbie here,
with
are you?
Herbie, but
Okay.
but Ahmad Jamal, the way he plays the piano, the way he plays the keyboards, the notes he uses are just so beautiful. There's really no other way to describe it than it's just beautiful. He has a magic touch, and yeah, all of his records, every record I have of Ahmad Jamal's is like a treasured record. So this was really cool. It was really great just to actually. This is one that I don't actually have, and I've never sampled it. Obviously, I knew some of the samples, but I tried to find something a little bit different in there. And I was really relieved because every time I do these like loose sessions things, I'm always like, oh man, everyone's gonna sample the same thing, and I get really like paranoid and overthink that shit. So luckily, I found something, and I noticed. I think no one sampled the same bit, which I'm very happy to hear.
We're about to find out. But
Yeah.
before we go ahead and peep that, anything that you wanted to plug, promote, or share with the people?
Yeah, really just I'm Cut Corners with a K, Corners with a C, and I'm on all the things, that you see them at. The only one that's different is YouTube and Twitch. I'm The Cut Corners. But yeah, I'm always on Twitch, and I'm always in the chat for the DB Flip sessions, for the Serato stuff. That's my job. I'm in there, man. But yeah, this is my beat.
Trying to catch the beat. Trying to catch the beat. Trying to catch the beat. Trying to catch the beat. Now, throw your motherfucking hands. Get 'em high. All the girls pass the weed to your motherfucking man. Get 'em high. Now I ain't never tell you to put down your hands. Keep 'em high. And if you're losing your high, then smoke again. Keep 'em high. Nah, my flow.
I don't want to play the whole verse because it spoils the thing. But that's the beat. There you go.
Give it up for Cut Corners. Give it up. Give it up. Show some love. And you know that we saved the best for last. We've made it to level 8-4. And so we're gonna the final boss. So let's can we give all of the juice that we got left to our man DiBiase so we can bring him up over here one more time? Let's go, DB. The streets need that fire, DB. I did make a beat. Oh, y'all want to hear my joint? Okay, I mean, listen. I don't listen. Like I think even Sonny got to join in, but he's manning the board, so we can't do that. But Sonny, make sure that you send us your joint. So DB's on his way, and I'll play my joint in the interim here. I'm not. Like I've been scrambling all day, so I didn't have. I maybe like spent 20 minutes on this. I took one note. I sampled one note for the joint, and then I just like played it off of Serato sample, and then I actually got a Rhodes plugin called Lounge Lizard, and I want to give a big shout out to my man David Rishpan out in Montreal. He did Loop Sessions 65 with us earlier this month, and in the pack, he gave us some samples, but he also gave us some MIDI files of his compositions. So I took one of his MIDI files and ran that through the Rhodes plug and kind of like rearranged it a little bit to give it some flavor, and I combined it with some of my favorite drum sounds from some of my favorite people: Kayla Maestro, Thelonious Martin, my man Blasino out in Montreal, my man Shashu out in Montreal. So this is my joint. It's nothing fancy, but I do this for the love of the game. You know what I mean? That's not it. This is it. just might have to open up my Ableton thing here. See if I got enough juice for all of that. Mikey, can you do me a solid and bring me the chargers? Because my computer's at like 1%. No, it's not. I got one of those 2011 things. Did I? Oh, jeez. Sonny, did you finish a joint? Oh, hold on. Can y'all make some noise for Sonny James and get him to come up here to the seat? All right.
It should just be in my downloads.
Here.
All right. Is the aux on the ground? Are you auxed in?
Oh shit.
Yes, it's over there.
Where is the aux?
I think it's on the
Did
ground.
you plug it in, Cuddy?
Oh, I did. Yeah. It's on the floor right there.
This is it?
Yeah. Oh, wait a minute. Oh no, I took it. Here it is.
All right, where is it, Cuddy?
It should be in my downloads.
All right. All right, here we go.
All right. So before we get into this, first and foremost, introduce yourself.
What's good? Sonny James from Philly. Been living in LA for about 5 years now, and work for Serato. Also got a crew called Ill Vibe Collective, which is based in Philly, New York, and LA. I'm a DJ, so don't expect the savageness that you've heard for the past 2 hours. It's been nothing but heat.
Nothing but heat across the board.
Nothing but heaters. But yeah, I jumped in a little Serato studio situation.
Okay. What did you think of DB Selection?
That's a classic record. Yeah, I love that Ahmad Jamal record. I don't think I've ever sampled it because I think, like Telly was saying, there's so many moments that have been gone through, so it's a little intimidating sometimes to listen. But I think I found a little something I never heard sampled before.
Okay. Before we go ahead and get into that, is there anything that you wanted to plug, promote, or share with the people?
Yeah, make sure you follow me on all social media at Mr. Sonny James. One word, no underscores, and none of that. And catch me DJing somewhere. That's all I can say.
Do your Googles.
Yeah.
And pay attention to this right here. Loop Sessions, Los Angeles, Sonny James.
Yeah.
I forget to bring it. You don't impress me, you don't.
How's that?
Jeez. Shouts to so modest to Sonny James.
Listen,
it's
listen.
not like the others. It's not hot like the others.
It's
you
a bunch,
thought
it's a bunch of serial killers in this room.
it is.
so
It is
I'm-
a bunch of murderers.
I'm getting in
indeed.
I'm playing my own part, my
Yeah,
own
yeah,
lane.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Big up to you guys though
No,
for
but-
coming. It's been a pleasure working with you guys.
It's been a pleasure. Likewise, man. Thank you for holding it down on the stream.
For sure.
And man, this is what a good team. What a fire connection.
That's how we do it.
True indeed. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and take this aux. I'm ready to go. Let's Cuddy, come get your computer so that DB can come and set up. And while DB sets up, I'm gonna go ahead and play y'all my joint here. Do I have anything to plug? Yeah, I have a bunch of things to plug. First and foremost, I want to thank each and every one of you that is in this room here today for having conducted this beautiful experiment with us. So big yourselves up one time. Let's hear it. Let's hear it. Show some love to your goddamn selves. And again, a big shout out to DiBiase for inspiring us for a decade strong. And I share an anniversary here with my man Wiley. It's been 10 years of Art Beat Montreal. And for those who don't know, Art Beat Montreal was a launch pad for the likes of K Tronada, High Classified, Shashu, Ken Lo Kraknuk. The Montreal sound was defined 10 years ago in the sacred walls of what was Art Beat Montreal in those days. And like Low End Theory did for Los Angeles, Art Beat did for Montreal. And I needed to say that on this platform because it needs to be known. My partners, Sev D and Mark the Magnanimous, are hardworking, humble guys who would never toot their own horns, but let it be known that they put on for the city. So with that, I'm going to let this music do the speaking for me. Oh. So here we are back where we started with our man 50 Grand DiBiase.
But do I have to?
Of course you have to.
Yeah, so here's the disclaimer. It was a struggle fest.
How you mean?
I don't know. It just wasn't clicking today, but I tried, man. So it's just a rough idea. So I did a few rough ideas.
Hey, can y'all make some noise for DiBiase's rough ideas?
It's a rough, man.
You make noise, make noise, make noise. Show love, make noise.
Let me get the other one.
You got something else for us? Bonus.
Nah, it's just rough, man. No, I had to. I didn't even put a bass line in and all that. See, he needs another variation. Struggle fast, struggle fast.
There is no better way to anchor this inaugural Loop Sessions Los Angeles with a 1-2 combo from our man DiBiase. DB, once again, we cannot thank you enough for being who you are, for giving us 10 plus years of juice, of ideas, of inspiration. I don't think you know just how much you mean to the beat making community, so let me be the one to tell you. Thank you.
Man, thank you, man. It's crazy, man. Just the whole thing. It's like it's some whole other history that's in here today.
It's history in the making.
Like the whole Red Bull beat big tune stuff, man. Like that's the first time I went out of town off of doing the Red Bull big tunes, and Obi Moore, one of the producers today.
Okay.
His pops was the one that founded the Red Bull Big Tune.
Whoa.
And yeah, he was the one that that was the first time I ever went out of Cali because of him. So it's like I was bugging out off of that. So when I saw him, I was like, he looks familiar, man. And then I was like, oh shit. And then when you announced him, I was like, oh wow. So that kind of like messed my head up a little bit.
It's been a night
it's
of
like a lot of full circle stuff.
And it's a night full of full circle moments. We had your nephew showcase. You had the son of the man who founded Red Bull. Was it Big Tune? The DiBiase Art Beat Montreal connection, 10 years. Wiley's label, 10 years. Art Beat, 10 years. It's all a cycle, and this energy that we carry in us is meant to be perpetuated outside, and I'm privileged to be one of the people that gets to gather you all in one place for all of us to shine collectively and give people that. So once again, big up all of yourselves, show some love and make some noise for all of yourselves.
Man.
This concludes the first ever Loop Sessions Los Angeles, but it ain't over. Everybody who's on Twitch, we're going to go and raid Loop Sessions. Loop Sessions co-founder Magnanimous has a DJ set prepared for us of Loop Sessions Productions. And after that, we're going to go and showcase one of our Loop Sessions regulars, our man Faneva. My name is Schmings. On behalf of Loop Sessions, Art Beat Montreal, and Serato, thank you for tuning in. We're out. Peace.